Hello, welcome to the channel. It's Wednesday the 27th of November and I have something very, very special for you today. I was thinking about all the types of videos that we could do on the channel, and you know that obviously I do Cryptic Doubles where someone comes onto the channel and solves a crossword and I help them where needed. And recently I've also done these subscriber specials where I solve a crossword sent in by a subscriber. Well, I had an idea to try and combine those two things. So what we're going to see today is I'm going to try and solve a subscriber's crossword, but I'm going to do it in the presence of the setter of the crossword. So I think it'll be a really fun video. I mean, there's a bit more pressure on me, but it could be quite a nice dynamic, and hopefully we'll find out a bit more about how, they go about setting the crossword and everything. And the setter we're going to be working with today and talking to is Tim Shaw, who's known to regulars to the channel. Tim has sent me a few subscriber puzzles already, and he's also won a couple of the clues of the week in our live stream. So no better person to do this with. I'm really looking forward to it. Tim sent me a puzzle that hasn't been published yet on mycrossword.co.uk, so this is also the first time you're going to see this puzzle. I'm gonna, go through it clue by clue as usual, but obviously having a chat with Tim as we go along and maybe uncover a little bit about his technique or little snippets that might help those of you who are thinking about maybe trying to write your own cryptic crossword as well. So hopefully this will be a great video. I'm really, really looking forward to it. And so without further ado, let's introduce Tim. And here's the man himself. Tim, welcome back to the channel. How are you?
Oh, welcome. Yes, good evening from the Shire, from the village of Old Basing in Hampshire, England.
Excellent stuff. And you've been busy squirreling away, making a lot more crosswords. You're keeping me busy.
Yeah, it's rather got under my skin now. I can't stop myself.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, like I just explained to everyone, I thought this would be maybe an interesting video. It's not one I've done before. To try and solve a puzzle in the presence of the person who set the puzzle. I think it might make for an interesting dynamic. So you can hopefully, as we go through it, I'm sure it'll be a beautiful puzzle. I'm sure I won't have to tell you off or anything in this. I'm pretty sure. But it'd be great to hear your thoughts on maybe how you came up with the clue, or maybe the decisions that you made while you were coming up with the clue, and maybe even things like how you decided to put a word into the grid or words that you had to remove from the grid. That type of thinking, I think it might help people who are maybe
I've hopefully learned to follow the rules, but yeah, some are better than others. I think you read the body language when I think one's a banger.
And in general, just as a starting point, just how long, when you sit down to write a puzzle, how long does it take you?
Either 2 hours or 2 weeks, depending on how you look at it. So first thing is pick a grid. Well, I guess the first thing is use mycrossword.co.uk. Pick a grid. There are 200 on there.
Okay.
And they start with 22 words in a grid, and they go up to 36 words in a grid. And I would say my comfort zone is sort of in the 80s and 90s. Use fill assist to fill it in. And then I've usually got something roughed out in about 2 hours. But what I then do is I put it away, and I keep coming back and looking at it and going, that can be cleaned up. So yeah. I said to you once before, it's like oil penciling. You start out penciling it in, and then you kind of put the layers on, and by the end of it, you're hopefully just polishing.
Right, I see, yeah. So when you say use fill assist, do you use fill assist, like, do you start with a grid you like the shape of, and then you just ask fill assist to completely...
Yeah, so if you have a 22-word grid, you've got 15 lesser words in there, or probably more likely phrases.
Yeah.
If you've got 36 words in there, then you've maybe got quite a few 3 and 4 letter words. So somewhere in between, about grid 80 to 90 would be my comfort zone.
Right.
Use Phyllis to start filling it in, and then have an initial go at cluing, and then probably put it away and look at it the next day.
Right. Cool. Okay.
For me, as a setter, I like jokes, right? So
yes,
I'm trying to make you laugh.
Yeah.
And hopefully have an aha moment, as you call it. I think the Guardian calls it the tea tray moment.
The tea tray moment?
Over the head with a tea tray and go, oh, of course it is. A Homer Simpson dough moment.
Yeah. That's hilarious. Yeah, cool. Well, I'm sure we're going to be in for many moments in the next however long it takes me here. I hope you're sitting comfortably, Tim, and you got a warm drink there, and maybe a sleeping bag for the night as well.
I've got a cool one actually.
Okay, very good. Right, so let's mosey over to the crossword now then, and I will attempt to fill in the bits and pieces and see where we get on. So I'm just going to let's see what I'm doing. Yes, here we go. I'm just changing the screen. Okay, so here we are. Everyone can see the puzzle. Yeah, interesting shape grid there. Not too much. There's nothing massively long there, is there? In terms of words. So good. Okay, well look, I'll just get cracking with one across and see how I get on here. So one across is DCI Ken's nobbled the man who took down our mutual friend. Cool. Well, I know. So I'm reading this and I'm thinking, okay, Our Mutual Friend is a Dickens novel. So I'm immediately thinking this is something Dickensian, and then I see nobbled here. I think that's a nice anagram indicator. So DCI Ken's looking very anagrammy of Dickens there. So I'm thinking this is, we're starting here with Dickens. And the definition is the man who took down our mutual friend, as in the man who wrote down our mutual friend. I think, is that what you're?
Yeah, this one I reworked several times. So it started life as he introduced our mutual friend, and then I thought that's scarcely even wordplay. Then I had he sentenced our mutual friend, which I quite liked the surface of. I didn't think it was really grammatically correct. So I've ended up with this one. I quite like our mutual friend as a sort of Donnie Brasco, mafioso type of aspect to the surface. Yeah, no, it's a cool surface. A DCI Ken, is that from something or not? Because I've got it seems like it is something. There's very little you can do anagrammatically with Dickens.
That's brilliant. So that one, I mean, was it Phyllis that came up with Dickens, or is this a clue you'd thought about?
Yeah, I think it did. But clearly, there are loads and loads of clues at that point.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to do, and this is towards the end of the process when you go back at it and you go, okay, if there's a hard one, has it got some easy ones around it that can contribute second letters, and then you can fairly probably be a little bit more taxing.
Yeah, got it. Okay, cool. Right, well, that's a great start. I love that. Love that surface. So nice one. Let's move on, and we'll go to 5 across here.
This is 5 across. Just saying.
Okay, you're enjoying this one. Pass around case of Ebola aboard ship causing plague. I love that surface as well. There's a brilliant story there, I think. Right, what is going on here? I'm seeing case of Ebola. To me, that means we're referring to the word Ebola, and so the case of a word is usually the first and last letter. So there's an E and an A in here, and it's a board ship. A ship could be SS. Causing plague. So I think causing maybe is the link between the wordplay and the definition. The definition here is plague. So, and then we have pass around. So E and A is in the middle here somewhere, and then SS, or it's a board SS. Could that mean it's contained within SS and EA? Plague, pass around. Then we have SEAS. Oh, this is disease, isn't it? This is disease. Oh, that's cool. Oh, we got die. As in pass. Wow. And then SEA. Oh, hang on, spelled it wrong. That's fantastic. That's really nice. We got pass as in die, around, so surrounding another thing that's surrounding something else. So you got like container within a container there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really downhill nice. From here, but I like that. I mean, the only thing I think it could make it better is if the surface was absolutely nothing to do with disease.
Right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, maybe. But no, that's really cool. Yeah. You could almost have a homophone there for this C's there, couldn't you? Like this ease. Disease. Yeah. That's cool. That's really nice. Right. Where should we go? I'll do my usual. I'll go 8 across and then see what happens here. Right. Choose to take me back in time. Choose to take me back in time. Well, I'm reading. Well, obviously time can be abbreviated, but something's in time here, so it is back. So I'm thinking me is being reversed. That's what the back's referring to. And it's been put into time. Maybe. But that would make a definition.
The definition.
That would make a definition. Choose to take. Like elect. But there's no me in there. No. Choose to take me back in time. This is a tricky one. I'm just trying to think of another way to read it now, because you could, if it's you could have a word for choose taking me, and the definition could be back in time, or a word for choose could take the reversal of me, and it means in time.
Yeah, and I'm a much more skittish solver than you, so I would already have been diving into the damn clues by now.
Right.
At least a bit more benign, but I know you've got a much more disciplined method than me.
Yeah, well, I think it forces me to talk about. I think if I was doing this completely on my own and not for an audience, I probably would also just do the down clues. But I think the more clues I look at blind, completely with no help, the more it forces me to talk more about the wordplay, maybe when I'm thinking about it.
Well, one of the options that you've said is right.
Okay, well, that's good. Cool. Well, I'll at this point, I'm going to choose to come back. I think, because I think I will need a check-in letter or two there. So I'll move on and we will come back. I'll go to 9 across. Transfers full, breaking rules. Transfers full, breaking rules. Well, I'm reading that as full is a, classic ass, isn't it? Is there an ass in here? And breaking rules, maybe within a word for rules. And it means transfers. And that's as far as I can get right now. I'm trying to think of what rules could, what something ass something. Transfers. So I think transfers is the definition in this. No, I don't see it yet. Again, I'll need a check-in letter. I think there may be an S here at the end, because sort of matches rules and transfers. But that's it for now. So I'm going to go 11 across. I'll go 11 across. Songs of recent issue. 7-6. This has got cryptic definition written all over it.
Continue on it.
Recent issue. That's a really cool surface, Tim. It makes complete sense in itself. So there has to be a play on one of these words here. Issue, I think, is very often you're referring to children. Songs of recent issue. So we're going for some sort of song. I think I have it. I think this is brilliant. So we're looking for songs that are relevant for children, as in recent issue, meaning like not that long born. So this is nursery rhymes, isn't it? This is nursery rhymes.
Yeah.
Wow, that's lovely. Really nice. That's very cool. Yeah, that's my favorite one so far. Actually, that's really nice. I do like a good cryptic definition. Wow, that's brilliant. But where does that come? How does he even come up? Is that just you obviously had the answer to start with, and then you let your mind go,
and then just let it percolate.
Yeah. Do you have to force yourself to think of a cryptic definition? I mean, do you when you start, you always go down sort of the wordplay route?
Making jokes. I think it's something to do with having children.
Yeah.
You just do, literally dad jokes.
Yeah.
Automatically. You can't stop it. Nobody gives you a book or anything. You just find that you're doing it.
I know. Why is that? It's so weird, isn't it? My daughter demands a joke every night as she goes to sleep, basically. And she's now 13. I've been doing it since she was like 7. But I think it actually can help you with cryptic crosswords. Because you certainly think of, you make stupid jokes, don't you, about like playing with a word like pillow or elbow or things like, silly words like pillow. And you can say something about medicine in there. I don't know, you make a silly joke about it. But yeah, definitely dad jokes are underrated.
If somebody said to me elbow, I'd say hanging around outside the hip joint or something. It would just come, and it comes unbidden. Like when Paul McCartney said he woke up thinking of yesterday.
Yes,
and it was so fully formed. He thought somebody else must have written it. I realised I just compared myself to Paul McCartney. But what I'm saying is, these things are they're almost like there, and you just reach out and grab them.
Yeah. No, I can see that. Definitely sort of inspiration comes from somewhere. But that's a tremendous clue. Nice one. Right, let's go. I'll do 2 more acrosses and then I'm going to tackle the downs here. So let's go 13 across and see what that has in store. The menace possibly went astray heading west. The menace possibly went astray heading west. Well, when I see the menace, being of a certain age, I'm just thinking Dennis. All day, Dennis the Menace, who, for anyone who's not from the UK of a certain age, he's a character. Well, actually, it was actually made into a film, wasn't it? Like a Hollywoody type movie. Cartoon character from the Beano, which is a comic in the UK. And I think this is Dennis, isn't it? Because of Dennis. Yeah, that's brilliant as well. So we have the menace possibly is the definition. Then we have a word for went astray that's heading west, so that means it's been reversed, as this is an across clue. So went astray is sinned, but when you reverse it, you get Dennis, who's Dennis the Menace.
And what I've learned is that it is a no-no to falsely decapitalise.
Oh, okay, is it?
Hence the capital M. So
Right.
I think a few crosswords ago, I would have just thought that was a fair disguise. But no, so capital M.
So you're actually not, okay, I wasn't that aware of that. Because I meant to ask you that as well. Actually, when you look at the Dickens clue, you know, if you would have to capitalize our mutual friend there then. That would be a big no not to.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think you can falsely capitalize. Well, a Giminean wouldn't. So if you're following the rules of Ximenes, you wouldn't do that.
Right.
But then Ximenes equally wouldn't say, like, have Egghead as E.
Right, yes.
Or Gateshead as G, because Gateshead would need to have an apostrophe in it.
Yes.
But, you know, I'm a little bit more jazz than that.
Yeah. Bit more punk.
You know, who's the better composer, Salieri or Mozart? You know, Mozart invented some of his own rules.
Yeah.
So I'm learning. I think you can falsely capitalize if there's a capitalized equivalent of it.
Right.
But you can't falsely decapitalize if it's an actual name.
Right. Got you.
But I'm picking these things up as I go along.
Yeah. But I suppose if you did this like all the time and people knew you, the setter, then they would know to look out for maybe decapitalized things. That could be something they need to look at when they're solving a shorty crossword. Yeah.
So one of the guys, just written this down a minute ago. It's Don Manley, who's Pasquale in The Guardian. He's one of the sort of gatekeepers of the rules these days. He's quite strict about it.
Right.
But then, you know, I love Dave Gorman, Fed.
Yeah.
Who is less so. And I love Cyclops in Private Eye. Right. Where it's very political and quite blue and loads of real names in there, you know, which we've talked about many times. The Times has always had a bit of a problem with, although I saw our friend Cher pop up in the Times.
Yes, I remember you mentioned that. So I have heard that they've dropped that rule now.
Right, okay.
Well, I mean, literally, I've got no hotline to the Times. I just heard someone else mention it somewhere. But yeah, very good. It might have been Simon even, actually. Simon Garner, a friend of the subscriber, a friend of the channel.
A great setter.
Great setter, yeah. Right, let's move on. 16 across. This is the last across I'll do for a bit, and then we'll try these down. So 16 across. Old philosopher found by half of soapboxes.
Ximenes wouldn't like that either.
Wait. Old philosopher found by half of soapboxes. Well, I'm just thinking old philosopher is a definition. I think we're finding it by something here. Half of soapboxes. I'm just thinking of old philosophers, like classic ones here. I mean, I think this is Socrates, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so half of soap is SO and boxes is crates.
So I'm clearly compounding two words together.
Yeah.
And then asking the solver to unpick it and, you know, turn them back from one word back into two words again.
Yeah. But I mean, that's cool because, I mean, when you say old philosopher, there's only going to be 3 or 4 people will come to mind, won't they? I think so. I think that's good. Yeah, very nice. So great. See, you'll never look at Socrates again now if you haven't seen that before. Cool. Well, let's go one down and let's see if we can sweep across this brilliant puzzle so far. Okay, here we are. Discordant duet end got flatter. Discordant duet end got flatter. Great surface again. It makes complete sense from a musical point of view. I'm thinking discordant feels anagrammy to me. So we're making an anagram here of duet and end, and we're going to get, or it means got flatter or flatter. Well, I think it would be get flatter if it was just flatter. So maybe got flatter is the definition here. So looking at what we got and the check-in letters. Detuned. I think this is detuned.
Correct.
Brilliant. Again, that's another great one. Tim. Oh, I can't spell all of a sudden. Okay. Very nice. Now look, the surfaces makes it so nice there that they come up with discordant as an anagram indicator. Sort of a music type clue. Very cool. Lovely jubbly. Right, let's try it. We'll go 2 down.
It's a gimme, but it's funny.
Okay. I feel the pressure now. E-Macron, or E-Macron even. E-Macron, who's that? E-Macron turned out to be proposer of Brexit. Okay, got this, yes. So we got, this is turned out being an anagram indicator. We're making an anagram of E-Macron, proposer of Brexit. Yes, is our friend David Cameron. Nice. Very good. That's a cool one. I like the exclamation mark on Brexit there. Obviously said with a lot of love. That clue's written with a lot of love. Brilliant. Nice. Okay. 3 down. Let's go. 3 down. Run after sweetheart. Right. Very little to go on there, apart from this. This feels like an andlet-y thing.
Yeah.
Because I got semi. Yeah. See, I don't know. I every time I see something like an andlet or a semi, I can't tell what makes it a semi or is it basically if the entire wordplay is also the definition, that's an andlet, right?
I'm not sure, Martin. You can make it up from the constituent parts without having to have the whole thing.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm not sure it's in its purest form.
Yeah. So here we have sweetheart, classic word in cryptics that until someone explains it to you, you'd never ever know what it meant in cryptics. So this is an E because we're looking at the heart of the word sweet. Typically, anyway, that's what it is. Sometimes it's pet, or something similar, but I'd say we're looking at an E here, and something's coming after that here. So we have a 4-letter word for run. And the whole thing can mean run after sweetheart.
Yes.
Run after sweetheart. Oh, is this elope?
It is.
That's brilliant. Love it. So lope. Yeah, lope is to run, a run, isn't it? You can sort of lope. Sort of a long, limmy type run, isn't it? A lope. But elope, that's really cool. Yeah, run after sweetheart. Very nice. Brilliant, Tim. That's really good. Right. Where to now? I'm just gonna see if I can. 8 across is staring at me now. Like there's literally one word that fits in there. So let's choose to take me back in time. This is tempo, isn't it? It has to be tempo. That's really good. So let me just unpick it because I think that was very nicely. I could have gone either way, that clue, I think. So we got me backwards. So it wasn't in time, it was within choose. And choose is also backwards. So we got opt and me inside it. Reverse it, we get tempo. So time is a definition. That's really nice.
Yeah, and I looked at that and thought, is the in absolutely fair? But I can't improve on it.
No, I think it's fine, yeah.
I've tried. But Michelangelo said you've got to keep chipping away at the marble until the only thing that's left is David, and I just compared myself to Michelangelo.
That's all right. We already have McCartney, so yeah, all good comparisons in my book. This is great. I'm enjoying this. This is art to me, absolutely. Right, let's go 4 down. Here we go. 4 down is scatters bouquets. So this is a double definition. For people who are watching this and having a clue what I mean, this basically means there's no wordplay here. It's a word that can mean scatters and a word that can mean bouquets. Yeah, the only time I ever hear this word used is at a funeral, I think. This is spray, isn't it? This is like sprays.
Yep.
Very nice. Scatters and bouquet. Yeah, sprays. Very good. I like a double definitions. Sometimes they scare me. But at least you know where you stand with the clue for a start. So you tend to just, unless it's a really funky cryptic definition, at least you know your brain knows what to do with this one immediately.
Yeah, a really short answer. If it's fair, I think it's just so elegant.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Right, here we go. 5 down.
Right, I need a banger button, a sound effect that I can press.
Yeah.
I'm pressing it now, by the way.
Okay. Maybe you have you have a flag or something, or stand to attention.
Benny Hill.
You can make a maybe bow after I say it. Drive at first for hotel in London Airport Terminal waiting area. See, sometimes I sometimes don't do these justice when I read them because I almost purposely try not to read the surface. So let's try it again. Drive at first for hotel in London Airport Terminal waiting area. Right. What is happening here? Drive at first is a D. And we've got a D here, so I'm thinking, okay, this is wordplay. So definition is area or waiting area. For hotel is an H usually. London Airport. Oh, I got this is. I wish I had a button now. I could slam it. This is brilliant. Right. So there's a substitution going on here, and then we're talking about London Airport, which is Heathrow. And instead of the H, we're putting in the D of drive. That's what that means basically there. And then if you make it into 2 words, you end up with death row, which would be a terminal waiting. Oh yes, that was great. Very nice. Perfect. That is so good. That would get a laugh anywhere. I think that's brilliant. Terminal waiting area is such a good definition. So good. And it works so well with Heathrow, didn't it? That was brilliant. Nice. You should be proud of that one, Tim. Did it take you long to come up with that?
The concept, no. The wording, over and over and over, actually.
Really?
Get that right.
Right.
Because terminal waiting area's got to come after Heathrow. Yeah. And then I didn't know quite where to go with it. So, yeah, I worked that quite a bit backwards and forwards.
Yes. Did you knew you were doing did you know you were going to do a substitution of some description as well? Yeah. That's great.
Well, no, I guess I didn't, but Heathrow was just like kind of obvious. And then from there, I thought, well, what do I do with it? And it went down the route of substitution. And then it was just the word order after that.
Yeah.
I struggled a bit with the word order.
I know, I think it's so good. Very, very, very cool. Because it all works so well. You get hotels at airports. It's really nice. Yeah, really cool, that one. Nice. Okay, let's go 6 down even, sorry. 6 down, we got an American taking in golf round about Carnoustie.
It's fairer than it looks, I would say.
That's a nice surface. golf going on here. An American taking in golf. I think, well, America, I see an S, so I'm just thinking we got US in here somewhere. Taking in golf, so there's a G. Okay, I think I have this. This is lovely as well. This is Angus, isn't it? Angus.
Yeah.
Right. So the definition being roundabout Carnoustie, is that like someone you find roundabout, you would find an Angus, or is there a place called Angus?
I wrote it and then subsequently found Angus on a map.
Right.
And found that Carnoustie is in the county of Angus.
Oh, wow.
But it's not fair to expect people to know that, although that is actually the definition. But actually, you can, as I suspect you did, you get there through the wordplay.
Yeah, yeah. And even when I got the answer then, I thought, well, Angus is a fairly Scottish name, wasn't it, as well? Maybe you just meant someone you'd find.
Yeah, it's actually in the county, but yeah, so golf and round obviously look like they should go together. But
yeah. That's really nice, really well, really cool clue. And the fact that it's literally around about Carnoustie is brilliant. Very good. Yeah, we all learned something there. Now I know Angus is the county of Carnoustie. Right, here we go. 7 down. County. Oh, we're another county here. County involved in pointless exercise. Oh, I can ring my bell. You won't hear it, but I'm going to ring it. Oh, actually, no one can hear it because it's not ringing. Let me try and get it to ring. Why is it not ringing? Where's my bell gone? I've got the reverse bell in here. But let's try. Okay. There we go. I got it to ring. Nice, a hidden clue. Lovely. So here the definition here is a county, and it involved in is implying it's hidden in the following words. Pointless exercise. So the lovely county of Essex is there. Fantastic. Love a hidden clue. Nice one. Involved in pointless exercise. That's nice. Even the surface is quite funny as well, actually. Very good. Okay, right. Where to now then? I'm tempted to do 9, but you know what? I'm going to do 10 down. And then hopefully 9 will just, be there for me. Warrior whipping up a tiramisu. Leave it out. Look at the checking letters. I think I have this. This is nice. The definition here is warrior. And then we're whipping up. So we're making an anagram of a tiramisu. But we're being told, we're given an instruction by Tim here, which is to leave out IT. So we're making an anagram of a tiramisu without IT. And we're getting a warrior. And that looks, for all the word, like samurai to me.
Yep.
Very nice. That's lovely. Really good. Cool. Right. Let's go. I'll have to, 9 just looks like we need to do it now. Transfers, full breaking rules. Well, before I was talking about full being ass, it's right there is the ass. Transfers. So, around about ass, we need rules. What's that word? I have it now. I got it from the checking letters, not from the wordplay, because I was completely stuck on rules being like regulations.
Of course, and Essex and samurai are easier, so I think it's fair to put a toughie in the middle of that.
Yeah, that's such a nice one as well. So we got reassigns, and it's so nice to have. So rules is reigns, and no matter how many times you tell yourself not to get stuck on a meaning of a word in a cryptic, I just completely couldn't get past rules. I was thinking just different law. I don't know. I just couldn't get past trying to think of a synonym for like a regulation. Really cool. Brilliant. Well, so far I'm having a great time, Tim. Hope you're enjoying this.
Well, all you want when you lay down the breadcrumbs is for somebody to pick them up. Yeah. So yeah, this is brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant.
And this should be a thread on the channel.
Yeah, I think so. This is look at that. I've just lost my pop filter for what good it's doing. Stick it back on. There we go. I think this is great. Absolutely. So anyone else, if you fancy, if you want to send me a puzzle and you want me to solve it in front of you, then let me know that as well. Just you obviously got my email address, so just say if you fancy doing this as well. I haven't quite worked out what to call this yet. This sort of segment. Anyone got ideas? I couldn't think of any funny anything for it at all. So I've got subscriber specials. Obviously, this is what this is really, but it's also a cryptic double in a way.
And on Sunday, Kate H said, "When's the next shorty? When's the next toughie? And when's the next doubles?" And I thought, well, do you know what? You might get them all in one go.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I hope you're enjoying this, Kate. Kate, if you're watching, right, let's go 14 down. Let's keep moving. And remember, let Tim know what you think in the comments as well. It's always nice to have some feedback. So I'm sure it'll all be amazingly positive here. This is so good. Right, 14 down. Here we go. What is it? Hairy man in the sauna. I have this. This is great. This is going back to my school days. The only reason I know this.
I mean, this requires general knowledge. So that's my only concern with it, is you can't get it from the wordplay alone.
Right, yeah. I mean, it's a hidden clue. So now that I've said it's a hidden, I'll let the people watch it maybe think for a sec or two if they can get it. It's the only thing I can remember about this person. Is a character from the Bible, isn't it? I believe. Was he hairy as well? Was it red and hairy, or just? He was
red haired. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know until I checked my answer.
Right.
On Google, and indeed he was a Jinner.
Yeah, it's one of the few things I remember from my O-level RE. This is Esau. Now I can't remember where he fits in the line of everything now, but I've something in my back of my mind tells me he's the brother of somebody.
Jacob.
Right. Okay.
He sold his birthright for a mess of pottage, I think. Is that the chap? Right.
Something like that, yeah.
As opposed to advertising copywriters who sell their soul for a potted message. Again, can't stop doing it now. I'm a dad. That's how it goes.
That's brilliant. Oh, that's nice. So that's good. The sauna, Esau. Great stuff. Right, I'm going to go for the other shorty over here, the 12 down. Cheese of fine Greek character. Okay, I have this one. This is nice. So we have fine as an abbreviation, usually to F, and then a Greek character following that. And this is a cheese here. The definition is cheese. So, and it's actually a Greek cheese as well, which makes this clue brilliant.
It's got an English element to it.
Beautiful. So this is feta. Feta cheese. Lovely cheese, that is. Very nice. That's a lovely clue, Tim. Great. Right, where to now? Let's try 18 across. Let's see, here we got lead in Goodfellas, a minor movie. Right. What I'm reading here is lead in Goodfellas is a G. That's how I'm sort of looking at it. I could be completely wrong. This could be lead. It could be, the metal. But I'm thinking lead in Goodfellas, A. Because I see the A here, I'm wondering if it starts with GA. And then the definition here is movie. And we need a word for minor after the GA. I'm desperately trying to think of films that begin GA. The only one I can actually think of right now is Gallipoli, which I don't even think it fits. This is, I don't know what this is yet. I'm going to need some checking letters, I think. Even if that's right, I think it's right. It just feels and right, especially with a comma there.
The downs are benign, I think, here.
Okay, cool. Would you say this is one of your tougher ones?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Right, okay, let's try 15 down then, see if that can help out. I do it drunk in charge. That's really stupid. Right, well, in charge is usually IC. So my sort of subconscious is telling me this is idiotic before I can actually work out why. So maybe really stupid is the definition. I can see actually it's written there. Idiot. Idoit, drunk would be idiot. And then IC, idiotic. Yeah, so drunk is a anagram indicator of I do it, and then we have an IC following that and gives us that's really stupid.
One day I'll write a puzzle with that idiot or idiotic in it, but not today. I seem to come back to that.
Really? Cool, right, let's go. Ooh, let me try. I'll just go, why not? Go for 17 down. I haven't got a single letter, but it just feels like the next clue along. Film is European and British in equal measures. Right. Oh, I mean, it could be, this is how I mean it. This is a definition. It could be another film. European and British usually are abbreviated to E and B. In equal measures. So it's either starts EB, which I doubt because I can't think of a single word, and then a word for in equal measures after that, or it's EB somewhere in the middle here with inside a word for equal measures. Which would be what? Equal measures. Don't know. Don't know yet. I'll have to come back to that one as well. I'll hopefully get a bit of help further down the crossword. That lovely surface again, Tim. Really nice. Okay, let's go 19 across. Jerk dated tool. That's great.
Cut everything away until all that's left is a statue.
That's really nice.
It's hard, but it's got stuff around it.
Right. Jerk dated tool. Where's the definition here? Is it tool or is it jerk? I'm thinking it's more likely tool. Was my, for no reason really other than I can't think of 6-letter words synonyms for jerk. Ooh. I'm going to have to come back to that one as well.
Yeah, I would say the southeast is a toughie compared to the rest of it. The southeast quadrant is probably unbalanced compared to the rest.
Right. Okay. So what you're saying is you've lulled me into a false sense of security.
Some solvers say that setters get tired by the time they get to the southeast.
Right.
And if you can't make any headway at the top, go down to the bottom right-hand corner, and the tired brain of the setter will surrender some nuggets.
Right.
Not in this case, my friend. Not in this case.
That's interesting. Actually, do you do it in a particular order, or do you just look at when you've got the filled grid, you just see what jumps out at you?
Do a surface pass and see how many gimmies I can get that will give me crossing letters.
Yeah. Okay. And do you keep a tally or an idea of, I've got X number of anagrams, I've got a couple of containers, I've got a couple of hiddens, or not?
No, but that's a very good point, because as a setter I do.
Yeah.
So Gennaro on my crossword said, "Oh, did you realise your last 8 answers were anagrams?" And no, I hadn't. I hadn't thought about the balance. And he got me thinking about that now, and thinking, about the balance of clues. In this particular instance, and again, because some jokes, I'm afraid, are just too good to pass up. So they fall where they fall.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. No, that's interesting. Because I think with my crossword, you can when you're writing, from what I've seen when we're doing the live stream crossword. Just dropped my earpiece. That obviously you can categorize, or you can tag the clues and say what type of clue it is. So somewhere in my crossword, does it give you a tally of how many things you got, or does it give you a feel for that?
If you tag them, yes.
Yeah.
I don't, but all setters, please be aware that your annotated answers are not automatically made live. You need to go in and click a button.
Right. Okay.
To make them live, because that tends to get under the skin of the solvers.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, look, I'm going to come back. So that's a nice row there. Completely got me so far. So I'll come back to that row. Right, let's try then. I'm going to have a go at 24 across, because I think if I get that, then that opens up everything. A life of one's own. I think this is just, because there's a T there, and this is, again, not much wordplay happening.
You got me.
This is autobiography.
Yeah.
Is it? Nice. That's cool. Autobiography. There we go. Yes.
And hopefully that gives you a toehold in the bottom right.
Yeah, I think that lets me in almost everywhere, actually, even the bottom left as well. Right, let's go. Where we try? Let's go 21 down. Let's see what happens here. Because we got a Y, that's interesting. Air support a long time ago. 3-4. Air support a long time ago. Oh, okay, I think I have this. So this is the definition here is a long time ago. Another way of saying that would be way back.
Oh, thank God for that. This has got such a strong whiff of last run in about it.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, totally, yeah. I could not get anything for this, but equally, I couldn't, and Physicist couldn't get me out of the hole with anything like this as a solution. Right,
way back. So, yeah, so I don't know why, just because we had the Y, it sort of made this very, not too much would go in there. And support, I did think of back or post. I always think of those two things when I see support. So air, way. That's what's your fig? Because I don't see that necessarily straight away as way, air. And
no,
way.
I think hopefully you get it from back.
Yeah,
which is more obvious because that's going to be, as you say, prop or rear or. So in this case, having a way about you, having an air about you.
Oh yes, okay.
That I'm going for. But,
yeah.
I think you've quite rightly identified that in Chambers Dictionary, that would probably be the fourth or fifth definition.
Right.
of way, and maybe I'm being generous there.
Yeah. No, that's cool. Very good. Brilliant. Good. Okay. Well, I'm delighted I got that then, and the relief on your face there was visible. Right, let's go. I'm going to go 27 across because it ends in A. So that's, should be doable. Ring possibly in work time. Yes, I have this.
I know you like this one because you've quoted it several times.
This is opera. Opera. So, I'm filling out the wrong grid now. Hang on a sec. Here we go. Very nice. So Wagner's Ring. Cycle in opera. So we got work being op, short for opus, and then time being era. Really nice. I like that. I like the definition. Brilliant. That's a very nice one. Cool. Right. I'm going to go 29 across now, just because it ends in a K. That's makes me think it could be an interesting one.
I'm pressing my banger button here.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Another banger. Get ready, everyone. Quick kiss, embracing a firm, gorgeous bird. Let me read that properly. Quick kiss, embracing a firm, gorgeous bird. I like that already. Right. Embracing is a container indicator. A firm. So if something's embracing a firm, I think is going to be A and CO. Like firm can be co and company. So ACO is in here. Yes, I have it. This is good. Very nice. Very nice. So this is a quick kiss is a peck. And peck is going round ACO, which gives us peacock. Oh, which is a gorgeous bird indeed. Very nice. That's really cool. You should be proud of that one. Absolutely. Did that take long?
Yes. Yes. So that was going to be Cluedo for more than a week, probably.
Oh, okay.
And I just couldn't make it work.
Yeah, Peacock. Yeah, Peacock's a character in Cluedo, isn't it?
Yeah. I thought Are You Being Served is probably too niche.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I really wanted to do something about Woman in Blue, and it didn't come together. It didn't work.
Right. Yeah. Well, peacock's a brilliant word. Actually, there's a lot you could do with that, isn't there? Really good. Oh no, that's very nice. Really, it sort of works so well. That so yeah, very enjoyable, that clue. Right. I'm going to do 20 down now. I think. Let's look. We're ending an O here.
Banger alert.
Okay, another banger. Here we go. Big cheese and more crackers after drink. Great surface. Great surface. Oh yes, I have this. This is brilliant, actually. So, definition is big cheese. But big cheese in a business sense, I suppose a business sense, really. More crackers is anagram of more. The crackers is an anagram indicator after drink. And drink, classic sort of synonym, short synonym for drink, is sup. So this is Supremo, isn't it? Supremo. Very nice. Very nice. That's lovely. I wonder if there's any correlation between, how long it takes a setter to come up with a clue and how long it takes a solver to solve it. I wonder if it's like if it's a, what's the word I'm looking for? Proportional time, or maybe it's inverse proportional time, potentially. The longer you work at it, maybe you can make it easier or not. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. Get it down to the minimum number of words possible. Certainly, I find as I've set, my clues get shorter, and I think that's kind of an indicator maybe that I'm on the right lines. Yeah,
I think there's certain elegance about it, and when it's short, and also like just for the solver reading the crossword as well. If you can sort of remember the clue once you've said it, if you can say it in your head, I think that's nice. If it's a big, massively long sentence, that can sometimes you think, oh, here we go, I'm in for a lot of work here. Very nice. Okay, right. I'm looking at 19 across now here, Tim, and I've got an answer in my head. Yes, this is what I think it is. This is jigsaw, isn't it? Jigsaw. So
I wasn't totally sold on jig, but Chambers does support it.
Right. So jerk as in jig.
Yeah.
And then dated as in saw. When if you're seeing someone, you're dating them. That's lovely. And we get tool, a jigsaw. That's very nice. Yeah. Brilliant. But I don't think I would have got that without those checking letters. Definitely not. Which is which is the aim of the game, isn't it?
The stuff around it is relatively benign, so
yeah. Brilliant. That's really good. Okay, let's go. Oh, I've just moved everything. Let's go 25 down here. So we have port in Germany agreed to supply wine. And again, brilliant surface. From the check-in letters, there's a word that's sticking out to me, especially since my wife is Spanish. So I'm thinking this is Rioja. And it is Rioja, and that's beautiful. That's a lovely clue. So we've got a port is Rio, and then we've got Germany agreed would be ja, like yes in Germany. And we get all that together, we get Rioja.
In my experience, port is Rio about half the time.
Yeah, true. Or left. Yeah. That's so good. That's really, really nicely done there.
Yeah, so port was left in my other one, wasn't it? Where the port was Cork.
Oh yes, that's right.
Port left in the ocean.
Yes, that's right. That was nice as well. Yeah, port's so handy, isn't it? English is very handy for this, isn't it? It was good. I always wanted to ask, do you know anything about cryptics in any other language, or is it particularly English, do you think?
Oh, I think the Americans have their own rules.
Yeah,
but they can have their own grids as well, so I don't know. And from everything that I've heard, from Sunday nights talking to Bhargav, the Indian version seems to be much subtler and more devious than the way we do it.
Yeah, but it's still all in English.
It's still in English, but I guess the rubric is a little bit more complicated.
Yeah, because Bhargav told me that they allow secondary anagrams in India. So that is tricky. It's just an extra layer you have to think about, isn't it? If you have to think of a synonym and then make an anagram of it. But yeah, but I just wonder if it's particularly English as a language, if it's, if you could do a cryptic in Finnish, for example. I wonder if it's possible.
I guess so. It's a relatively young art form now. I think it was like the 20s or 30s, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, it's like the 20s, exactly. But I just want, from what I know of Spanish, I don't even know. I don't know, because English has so many homographs. I don't know. And I've heard some, like Finnish has got either an awful lot of vowels or a lot of vowels, I think, in Finnish. Not very many consonants, maybe. So I think a Finnish crossword would look very like you're just using about 7 letters in it. I think, don't shoot me if I'm wrong about that, but I did hear that somewhere about Finnish having not very many consonants, I think. Cool, right. Let's go in. Let's try 22 down. Here we have idle chat and little drink after work with son. Well, son is usually abbreviated to NS. The drink, little drink. We had the other drink before, the sup. You can also have a sip, couldn't you? So I think this is idle chat. This is gossip. So, definition is idle chat. So we got little drink, which is sip. Coming after work, go, which is work. Something works, it goes. And that's with son. Very nice, lovely. Nice surface there as well. Paints a nice little picture. In a nice pub with a nice fire, I think. Providing the son obviously is drinking as well. I mean, I'm hoping that's the case. Cool. Right, where to now? Let's try 26 across. We've got a couple of letters there. Brief messages from office wits. Brief messages from office wits. Often from is the split between wordplay and definition, and it usually have everything before the from is definition and everything after the from is wordplay. That may not be the case here, but it's often the case. And whenever I say brief in a crossword tree, I'll immediately think of solicitor or some word like that. I can't not see that. So I'm just wondering if there's anything involved there. Brief messages from office wits. They're both plural as well, so it also doesn't really help with working out where the definition is, because we already have an S. I'm going to have to come back to that one. That's a nice clue. That'll definitely that'll give a lot of satisfaction when we get that one, I think. Brief messages. No, I'm trying to think of a word for messages, but no. Office wits. Office wits. No, I'm going to come back. Right, let's try 24 down. Clergyman going topless is a firing offence. Right. I think we have a synonym for a clergyman without his leading letter, without its top letter, in this case, because it's a down clue, is a firing offence. Just trying to think of 6-letter words for clergyman. parson. This is arson. And what a clue that is. I love it. The firing offence. I love it, Tim.
And that was crime for ages, like a couple of weeks. And then I looked at it again one day and thought, firing offence.
Firing, that's so good. A firing offence. It just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? That's a common saying. But we're talking about, obviously, literally fire. That is brilliant. I think I struggle to remember all the clues, but I think that's in the top 5. That is of the clues of the crossword. That is, it might even be top 3. That is so nice. Very nice. Wow. Brilliant. I don't know how. That's just amazing. Right. Let's try 28 across then. Name orphans caretakers. Name orphans caretakers. Right. Not a massive amount of wordplay here, so this is a charade, I think.
It is.
Definition, I think, is caretakers. So, name an orphan. I've got like ward in my head because it comes after this bit, but that's not plural, so it has to end in an S, doesn't it? Orphan. I have it now. This is brilliant as well. So, Little Orphan Annie, this is, isn't it?
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
So we got Annie with an N for name is abbreviated to an N. And then we put all that together. We get nannies who are caretakers. That's brilliant. And they're orphans caretakers in a way. I suppose you could also say that as well. That's amazing. Really nice. Really nice, that is. Look at that. 3 words. There's so much good on there. I love that one. Very good. Cool. You must be proud of that one, surely. That's a nice one. Right, where to now? Let's try 23 down. Where one might need a yen to travel.
Gimme.
This is Japan, isn't it? This is Japan. Yeah. That's lovely, though. I think where one might need. I mean, it's you could fall down you could fall down a hole trying to put an I and an A together somewhere and get something going on. But yeah, Japan, very nice. Cryptic definition there, lovely. Japan, cool. Right. Okay, we've got 1, 2. Oh, we just got the 3 left. Let's go 26. We've got the more checking letters for 26 across. Right, I'm going to cross my arms now and have a think here. Brief messages from office wits. Office. I'm literally going through the alphabet here for this this letter. If this means office.
You might have enough.
Oh, this is post.
Oh, you got it.
Post. So I was just going through like the vowels in my head, trying to see what words jumped out at me there. That's lovely because I wasn't. You're thinking as in position.
Yeah.
I suppose a post.
Yeah.
That's lovely, Tim. Very nice. So postcards. This is postcards.
That feels like it's straight out of 1935.
Yeah.
An office being a post and wits being cards.
Yes. What's a card? Yeah. Funny, I think that came up in a crossword recently. I think. It just rings a bell. That card, not the postcard, but cards. Because I had one of those moments where I couldn't remember if that's it. I think Simon sometimes comes in and tells me the meanings of the words when I get stuck. He's brilliant at it. And I think he mentioned cards as a, someone's a card. Someone's a bit of a card. Yeah. That's, I think it is quite a 20s, 30s sort of word, isn't it? Very nice. Brief messages. Absolutely, they're brief. Do people even send postcards anymore? I mean, are they?
Probably not, no. I think you've got enough for 17 down now, though.
All right.
Because of the bits that you've got and the bits that you can hook them onto.
Okay. Right. Well, I'm feeling encouraged then. Let's go back. Film is European and British in equal measures. Yes. I can see it now. And this is The Birds, isn't it? The Birds. Nice.
Mr. Simon Garner.
Yes. Remember that was the first subscriber puzzle he sent me?
Yeah.
Which was that Hitchcockian themed one. So this is, how's this? So we got European and British. I've seen the E and the B. Okay, they're within thirds. That's nice. That's lovely. Nice way of describing thirds, equal measures. Very cool.
Without giving too much away, one of the clues uses film and one of the clues uses movie. Right.
Okay. Yes. Well, this one, the one I haven't got yet, has movie at the end, doesn't it? So, as I thought we were looking for a movie of some description. No.
Yeah. So we call it a film. They call it a movie.
Right. Yes. So lead. Well, I'm assuming it's G and A is right. The G is right. I've just left it in there. I've done that before. Sometimes I leave it a letter in there and I just assume it's right, and it turns out to be completely wrong. But lead in Goodfellas, minor movie. So we need a word for minor here. It looks like an IGHT word. What is that?
You're right, you've just got to slot them in.
Right, so this is GHT. Right, just stare at it now and see a word. Okay, I see a word. I know what it is. Very nice. This is gaslight, isn't it? Gaslight.
Yes.
Fantastic. Right, I think we're all... Well, you can tell me. I think it's all right there.
I'm nothing if not au courant.
Yeah. What year was Gaslight? It was the 30s. Yeah, my local dram theatre did it in the summer. Actually, Gaslight. So I haven't seen the film at all. Have you seen the film?
Yeah, years ago. It's George Cukor, I think, directed it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's funny.
My group, as you may be aware, recently put on The Mysterious Affair at Beijing House, which was a crossword solver, a crossword setter, using his cryptic skills to identify a murderer.
Wow, that's brilliant! Yes,
in slightly unusual circumstances.
Yes, and this is the play. This is the play you wrote, right? This is your play.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So you left that bit out there, Tim.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing. So it's just sort of a.
What I wrote, as Ernie Wise would have said.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So sort of Ludwig-esque character, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, a bit of a kind of one of life's also rans who it turns out has this superpower of working out cryptic clues.
Right.
Gets to identify the murderer.
Oh,
yeah.
Amazing.
Great fun.
Yeah, that's cool. Maybe we should get a Zoom call together and get all the Den of Nerds to take a part each. That would be a live stream and a half. That would.
It would, yeah.
Cool. Well, Tim, that was a joy. That puzzle was amazing. I think I know even the first one you sent me was fantastic, but actually they are all each subsequent one has been, I think, an improvement on the previous one. If I'm being honest, like they're, without being able to put my finger on it exactly, they just feel much more finessed, I think.
No, absolutely. I put things, as a number of us do on the channel, I put things on my crossword, and people like Fez and Gennaro come in, and in the most helpful way, just say, well, that doesn't really work. You can't do that. Have you thought about doing it this way? And that, it's like it's like there's a very long dark tunnel, and everybody's holding up a torch for the person behind, but they're equally looking at the torch of the person in front of them.
Yes.
And long may it continue.
Yeah. No, it's brilliant. No, so you definitely, I know you've spoken about it before, but my crossword not just as a site technically to write the crosswords, but actually as a community, then it's a nice environment to sort of display your wares. Yeah.
And a couple of more things I would say. clueclinic.com is a fantastic website. So go on there and just get a list of hidden indicators, container indicators, anagram indicators, and just, go through them and find something that makes a compelling surface and makes a funny and hopefully misdirecting surface.
Yeah.
I use Inga's anagram solver for anagrams.
Okay.
And the Chambers Dictionary app, so use those and then just play with it.
Yeah.
And the difference between us and you is we can take our own damn time about it. We're not on camera. If something takes a month or 2 months to, to come to fruition, so be it.
Yeah, yeah. But when it does, look at how much joy it brings. It's such a nice thing. So I think hopefully it's been enjoyable for you to see someone solve it and see a bit of, because it's a bit like, otherwise you're sort of giving birth to something and you never really get to see any reaction to it at all, do you?
Well, you're the first person that has seen it. So it's like stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
Except every night is the first night.
Yes.
Every night I've got 10 minutes of material and I go out to a completely cold audience. The Telegraph and the Guardian, they've got editors to say, actually, that's not quite working, Yeah,
yeah.
But everything that we do as setters, it's come straight out of our brain.
Yeah.
Onto the internet, and as a stand-up comedian, if things were going wrong, you'd probably have a solid 10 minutes that you could fall back on and you'd work everybody back onto your side.
Yeah.
So this is just, it's cold and it can be a little bit brutal. But, hopefully over time it works.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's amazing. I think it's fantastic. I think it's just a great thing to do, isn't it? It's like a whole other puzzle in itself, isn't it? Coming up with a cryptic puzzle. It's like the flip side of solving. Again, it's not something I've tried to come up with cryptic clues, but I haven't done it anyway seriously. But if I get time, although my time is increasingly becoming less with this channel, if I get time, I might try it as well, because I think it would be a great, it's definitely a great pastime.
I'll come on and solve it with you.
Yeah. Absolutely. That would be great. Well, Tim, thank you very much. for agreeing to do this. I think hopefully people got something out of it as well and learned a few things. I'll try and put links to the things that you mentioned in the description of the video as well. But if anyone is inspired by this and wants to come up with their own cryptic, mycrossword.co.uk is definitely a good place to do it. And like I say, if you fancy me solving it, then send it to me. And if you fancy me solving it while you watch, then send that to me as well. I'll happily do it. And I think I've really enjoyed this. This video is a different dynamic for me as well, to actually be talking to someone who's got all the answers in their head before I've even started. That was really good fun. Thank you very much, Tim.
Fantastic fun. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks. So please do like, subscribe, comment, share far and wide, and do everything else possible to get Tim's work seen by as many eyes as you can. But that's it from us tonight. So hopefully we'll see you again soon. So it's bye from me and it's bye from Tim.
Goodbye.